Sean, I'm feeling really good that it's a new year. We are
Yeah.
off to a fresh start.
Mhm.
I know you and I both have our goals we want to accomplish in 2021 and maybe a resolution or two. But if you're, having a hard time facing that resolution that you made and you could use a little help, our next guest is here to help and get you pumped up.
Absolutely. She's got some great tips to help us stay on track for our resolution. That's Victoria Sophia. She is a lifestyle expert joining us now from New York, a city so nice.
Hey,
They named it twice. How are you?
Hi, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you as well.
happy
Cannot
new
tell you.
year.
I get like not that I have calendars anymore. Who has calendars anymore? But the proverbial calendar throwing out 2020 felt so good. We have a new year now. Not a lot of people end up like we all have these hopes and dreams that we're going to do big things. How many people actually end up sticking to their resolution? That can't be many.
Less than 10%. I mean, I know.
Wow.
And it kind of makes you think, how crazy are we that we want to do New Year's resolutions after 2020? We want to put ourselves through that. But to be honest, it's still possible. We can. There are ways to stay committed and accomplish these New Year's resolutions if we stick to a couple of tips that I have today. So
Okay.
it's a possibility, guys. Don't give up yet.
I love it. I can't wait to hear your tips because I think, inherently there is hope inside of so many of us. And to make a resolution is kind of a pledge to make a positive change. By the way, before we get started with your tips, what do you think like the most common New Year's resolution is?
It's always health related. So it's, fitness, it's exercise more, lose weight, and then followed by like, I want to be more organized. So a lot of us want to lose the weight that we put on during the pandemic. It's obvious that's going to be the top one, but it always is the top one every year anyway.
Yeah. This year, though, particularly, I think a lot of us, a lot of lean cuisines. We threw a lot of stuff in that freezer, like we're preparing for end times. And it's like, oh, it's not end times. All right. Well, I guess I'll snack on this for the next 6 months. So
Yeah.
people end up failing at these resolutions over and over again. How do we make sure we keep our resolution? Give us some good advice.
Create a measurable goal. Something like I will go to the gym 3 times a week is better than saying I'm going to lose weight. Because if you can see that you're reaching your goals, you have a target, you can see that, it's going to help you to keep going.
Yeah.
I know
If
you
you
have
want a
some
meal
other
plan,
tips.
do the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, no, go ahead. I think that's excellent. Is to set a realistic goal and set a goal that is not not so impossible that you're pretty positive you're going to fail at it in the first place. Do you have any more tips? I'm dying to ask you on what your actual resolution is this year.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell everyone to learn from their mistakes. That's the next tip I give everyone. If you choose the same resolution that you had last year, think about what caused you to fail from it. Find out that misstep, and then it'll help you this year to keep it. My resolution, I've done it years before, is to have a dry January. Especially since 2020, we were home a lot. I think a whole January without, one sip of alcohol would be great. So that's what I'm doing. I did that 2 years ago, succeeded. So it should be fine. But you just want to make sure you also plan for your obstacles. So you can set yourself up for success for your New Year's resolution by, getting those obstacles away from you. Like take the snacks you usually eat at midnight off your grocery list. I've even heard of people sleeping in their workout clothes so they can get to those 6 a.m. boxing classes on
No
time.
excuses. Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
yeah. Pack your lunch the night before. These are things that will help you make sure that those obstacles are not in your way and you can actually get, this year as your resolution that you've kept it.
No
And
question.
another good thing is to track your progress. One way is to see how far you've come because there are going to be times that you feel like I'm not motivated anymore because I don't see that things are happening. I'm not accomplishing my goal. Use an app, write it down on paper. If you journal, use your journal. Just make sure you see how far you've come. That way you can keep going.
Absolutely. And
Mhm.
by the way, if anyone's trying to keep a dry January, do yourself a favor. Don't watch cable news. If you do, you're going to break. You're going to break it. But before we go, is there a certain personality type? Like something tells me you are able to keep your resolutions better than I would, and you'd be able to keep your resolutions better than I would. I never do. Is there a certain
You
personality type that seems to do better with these resolutions than others?
People who make long-term changes, stick with it because there's something about that goal that speaks to the person that they want to be. So like, I want to be more healthy. I'm going to go to the gym 3 times a week. They will stick to that. Make sure it's small, attainable goals, step by step. You don't have to start on January 1st. That's the good news. Start when you're ready,
Yeah.
especially if, let's say, you have a birthday coming up at the end of January. Why would you bother starting in the beginning if you want to have birthday cake and it doesn't fit with your fitness goal? Start when you're ready. Make it small goals. You'll be able to accomplish it. And that's the thing that we want this year. You don't want to do something that's so unattainable that it's just like last year. Make sure it's something you can think it's within reach.
This is my birthday cake. It's kale, though. It's just a bowl of kale. Anyone want some
Why
kale?
do that to yourself?
Oh, no one wants a kale birthday cake. I tell you, I'm all good as long as I don't try to give up cookies. If I do that, I fail for sure because, me and cookies. Anyway, thank you so much, Victoria. How can people interact with you online and keep in touch with you?
You can find me on social. I promise I respond, or you can go to happilyevervictoria.com. I'm happy to, just chat with you guys on social also. So it's great.
Awesome. You're the best. Thank you so much, Victoria. Good seeing you
Thanks
again.
for the tips.
All right. You can follow Victoria on social. You can also find her at happilyevervictoria.com. And if you want to see this segment again, you can head to our website, LasVegasMorningBlend.com.